Now what do we do? Well, we go to our next setup. So we are good with this one. We have our setup. Now, a couple things while we're on this, just to kind of check things out, we can select our setup here and we can select, right here. Simulate. You guys want to simulate one? Yep. Okay. So if you go up here to actions and then simulate, if it's not a button up here, I may have added that. The simulate button then will bring up the simulate dialog box, and it gives you a play, pause sort of thing down here. You can hit it and it will actually show the tool working and show it doing each of the holes. Okay. This can be incredibly valuable to see how the tool moves, to make sure that you're not hitting anything, to make sure your tool path looks correct. The other thing you want to do is down here at the bottom, I'm not sure whether you can see it that well on my screen there. Hopefully you can. There's this gray bar right here, and you can actually click it and move to any area that the tool's at. Okay. It's really important that there's no red marks on this bottom line right here. Red marks indicate a collision or something has gone wrong with your tool path. Okay. So we don't want that to show up down here. We don't want any red marks across the bottom in the simulate mode. This is a great way, and you should always check yourself when you're done to make sure there are no red marks when you simulate. Okay. You can do different things like make your stock transparent when you're doing it. You can zoom in as it's doing it. You can make different colors and so on. You can slow it down so that you can see very precisely how the tool is moving. Just move it along here so you can see how it's coming down and going in and going around and around and clearing everything out and going to the next point. Okay. So it's kind of fun to be able to see how it's working once you get it set up. And again, you absolutely need to do this to validate that everything's working correctly. Okay. And then it's done and it ends there. Right. The other thing that shows you is where it's starting. It has selected to start with a hole in the back and then move to the holes in the front. All right. There are ways that you can change which holes it does first and second and all of that good stuff. We're not going to dive into that. That's not a big deal for us at this point. So